Well, it's 8:30 and I am opening my email to all kinds of issues. So I thought that it would be great today to tell you what it is that I actually do for my clients on a day-to-day basis. I was planning on recording a video for you on a different topic yesterday, but the day was so crazy I had no time, and today is going to be equally crazy. So today's going to be kind of a day in the life of what your travel advisor does. Payments. So first thing I see in my email is I have a notice that I have payments due on a bunch of cabins, and I know that I have already prearranged all of my payments. I never leave them to the last minute for you. So that's an odd email. So I had to take a look and see what was happening with that. And I had a client with a very large balance because they're doing a family trip to the Mediterranean. And although we had his credit card and we input it for an auto payment, the amount was so large that it created a fraud alert. So they declined the charges. So it's important that I make sure that I go in and I get that squared away today because we don't want those cabins to cancel. So that meant a double check to make sure that that hadn't been resolved before I contacted the client. And then I had to go in and see exactly what those balances were. He had 5 different cabins, so I had to do a little bit of machinations with that, contact the client, let them know to look for a fraud alert and to okay the charges in these particular amounts. We got that squared away, and then I had to go back in and manually process those payments. So those are really important, that somebody is looking out for you. You can't just put in your credit card and walk away. Sometimes these things happen. If you're talking about large amounts, it's important that your credit card company is looking out for you, but it does mean that sometimes those can get missed and overlooked. So if you're not paying attention and you don't see those fraud alerts and then go back in and manually add all of those payments, you could have a canceled cruise. Email from a client who is doing a 9-day cruise, and she has a list of all of the different excursions, shore excursions that she would love to do for she and her husband. A great list. It's really going to be an exciting trip. So 7 different excursions. She also had a question about booking specialty dining, and she would like me to get those excursions for her. So going in, I see that some of the excursions that she had requested at a particular time are sold out. So now there's options of other times, and we need to discuss that. There's also one that isn't showing at all. So we need to double check and make sure that we have the right thing requested. And then additionally, they do not have a credit card on file with me, so I have to contact the customer anyway, make sure what credit card they'd like to have on that. Okay, contacted that customer with the excursions. The other times are going to work out well. We did double check that that first excursion is indeed listed. So why isn't coming up? Why can't she book it? So I've got to make a call into the cruise line, see what's happening there. A lot of times when there are sales, the websites just glitch. They get too many people coming in, and we definitely want to take advantage of that sale. So I'm going to have to call into the cruise line. We talked about specialty dining, how that works, what the different restaurants are, options there, what's included for her in her fare and what might be extra. And then, of course, we got a credit card so that I can call in and book those excursions for her. Now on to a different client with a different sale on a different cruise line. So she has looked online and she has a Wi-Fi package that we already wanted. She just wanted to go basic. And but now there's a sale. So maybe she can upgrade to premium, but there's like 5 different options of what you can get. There's 1 device, there's 2 device, there's the Wi-Fi and more. There's the premium access Wi-Fi, lots of options. So she was a little confused. So she asked me to break it down for her. So I went in and I made sure that she had a really great list of all the different options and what the benefits were. And I did make a suggestion after speaking with her about what I thought might be the best package. Even though it looked like it was going to be more expensive, sometimes it's hard to tell because then they add the taxes and on some, if they include drinks, they add gratuities in there. So I really did go in and I priced out all the different options for her, sent her a little chart, and made a recommendation for her. she was quick on email. I actually just got a response back from her. So she agrees with my recommendations, and she was really happy that I broke it down for her in the way that I did. So now we've got to go and we're going to cancel the stuff that we've already booked for her. We're going to repurchase this new package that she had asked for. And yes, she does want to change her credit card as well. So we got that information, had to input that differently into the system, cancel one, create another, get authorization, but she's done. So now I'm in the car because not only am I a travel advisor, but I am a small business owner, which means that everything is up to me. I'm a mom. I have a husband. I have dogs. And right now we are on the way to drop them off at grooming. But in the meantime, I'm getting messages on Facebook Messenger from somebody that would love a quote. And that's great. But let me tell you something. I know that a lot of you find me on Facebook, but Facebook Messenger is really not a great way to have an extended conversation. If you close it out, you move on to something else. A lot of times it won't let those messages come through. You won't see the notifications, or at least I don't on my system. So that creates an issue where you're sending me messages, I'm not seeing them, or I'm responding and I need more information, but I can't get you to get back to me. So once we have that initial contact on Facebook Messenger, I will always send you my Blink card, my electronic business card, and that gives you my email and my phone number, and then I like to get that back from you so that we can have a great conversation and not one that's broken up and maybe you think that I'm not seeing your messages, because sometimes I'm just really not. Okay, back at the desk, it's about 10:30 in the morning. I've got notice that airfare itinerary for one of my clients has just been posted, and that's really important to pay attention to. So I'm going to call and text both this client to make sure that they see the email when I forward that on to them. A lot of people don't realize, and if they don't check their email all the time, you might miss it. You only have, depending upon the cruise line, when you purchase airfare through them, you only have like 24 hours after you've been noticed to either accept or to decline the different air itinerary that they've sent you. So it looks good to me, but I'm not the traveler. So I'm going to send it on to my client, and I'm going to make sure that they see it and that they respond back to me that they've seen it, and that they're aware that if they want to change those flights, they only have a certain amount of time to do it. So that one's really important. Okay, well, I'm waiting for that client to get back to me about their air itinerary, which, by the way, does look great. They did pay for business class flights to Alaska, and it looks like they've been upgraded to first class, so that's pretty exciting. But now I've got other clients going to Alaska, unrelated, different cruise line, and they are within 30 days of payment. So I need to get together all of their invoices, double check all of their payments that they've made or haven't made, and make sure that everybody knows exactly what their due date is and how much is owed and how they can get that done. So I've got a lot of work to do for that. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, so in the meantime, since I last put in, I had a Walt Disney World vacation confirmation come in, sent that to the client, spoke to them about linking their app and how they get access to all of their things, their dining reservations, their lightning lane passes when they're eligible for those, all of that information that you might need for a Disney World vacation. But now I have to leave again. I have a meeting at 11:30 in person, so I'm heading out to that, and I'll let you know what else is happening in my day when that's done. Okay, so back from my meeting, and I have been dealing with creating transfers and getting set up with different transfers, because the last transfer company didn't really work out so well for other clients. So I'm making sure that transfers are being done with companies that I know are going to do a good job. I've had upgrade possibilities for some of my people sailing. They got invitation to bid, so I had to chat with them about what does that mean, what does that look like. I've got a client who was looking for a group cruise who now wants to quote an all-inclusive, getting that all squared away, so that quote needs to happen. Got the quote to the other person who had been Facebook messengering me earlier, and I have got to hop on a webinar with Oceania Cruises, because there are always new things coming out, new ships, new accommodations, new things that are included or no longer included. And it's really important for me to be up to date on those things. So I've got to join this webinar at 2 o'clock. Okay, so just finished that webinar. Lots of great information for me to absorb and for me to send on to you. If you're interested in luxury cruising at all, then I do highly recommend Oceania, and I would love to send some information to you. But now I've got to work on some other quotes and answer some questions from other clients. And then I've got another webinar with Royal Caribbean. No, with Celebrity. Royals later. With Celebrity at 4:15. So I've got to get ready for them. But in the meantime, I'm working on a group, a birthday bash group. I think I'd mentioned before they were looking now at maybe some all-inclusives. But I wanted to let you know that I had spoken to them, to the main person there, about a group of 20 people and looking at a birthday bash cruise. And I was able to get them an amazing rate on a voyage by creating a celebration group, getting them a discount, plus some onboard credit offers, some other things. So don't forget that if you have a group of people coming, that you might be able to get a great discount. And you just need to let me know. Okay, I just realized how long this video is going to be. It's just been so many things happening, and I know that there are things that I have done that I have forgotten to tell you about. So I'm going to just sign off and let this be it for today. I actually do have another webinar happening at 7 p.m. this evening, talking about groups. So there is just always things happening, and there are so many things that I can help you with. And I just want to let you know that I am working hard and I am making sure that I know everything and I'm helping everyone with all the fine details so you never miss out on a thing. So you all know what to do. Like, comment, and share the videos. Reach out to me, Brenda, at adventurewaytravels.com. See me on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. See me in person. Schedule that 30-minute, what am I doing? See, I've had a big day. The 30-minute schedule, either a time to chat on the phone or do a video call, or even we can go get coffee somewhere local. So I look forward to helping you all, and have a great day.